Okay, so traders, this is a daily play. Okay? Let me get Epic Pen. Look at this daily chart. Okay, rejected the 50 a couple times. It was opening below the 200, and look over here. Empty space. I don't see any support after it can break this. And as well, we know that SPY, this is SPY, is interesting for a short right now. We know how weak potentially the market is. So what did I do? I waited for it to reject these moving averages on the higher time frames, the 5. It had this resistance overhead, and it had this, the 9 on the 60, and it's in a clear downtrend in the 60. Then I waited for it to be under VWAP, and there was absolutely no volume. No one wanted to go long here. After this long, on this daily chart, no one wanted to go long. So right now I'm sitting at a 2-to-1 because I had a pretty wide stop. If I would have had a tighter stop, I could be all out right now. So now I've got to hold. And we know Facebook can move. We know it has a big ATR, and this is when, if I can just have some patience, I'll hold for a 3-to-1 hopefully. Okay, let's analyze this. This is nothing but a 5-minute ORB down, okay? This looks like a 5-minute ORB down potential. I am not getting out right now. It can go back to VWAP, I don't care. I'll probably put my stop. This trade will now be a break-even trade. I will not lose money on this trade at this point. I will change my stop to break even. And I'm gonna let this thing consolidate. If it's going to, it can go up, and I'll wait for another flush down. And when I look at the daily here, it's definitely got room to go down another $1 or $2. Let's see, it's sitting at this level. Ooh, 173. 173 even is an actual level there. So I'm just gonna wait. Let me change my stop to break even, so that no matter what happens on this trade, I'll be a happy camper. 174.58. I want to buy if it goes back up to that. 174.58. Perfect. Alright, so now I'm going to leave that, and I need to figure out what my target is. So my stop's pretty wide. It's at 174. Well, my stop was originally around 50 cents. And so every 50 cents or so, I get about a 1-to-1. So 4-to-1. 174, 173 is a 3-to-1. 172.50 is a 4-to-1. SPY is dumping. Ooh, this trade could have been really a huge flush if it would have been tracking the SPY hardcore like this, and it still looks weak. I mean, I'm not doing anything but waiting on this trade, but look at this. Look at SPY 2-minute looks weaker than this 2-minute. Now look at when this hopefully loses it, this is gonna lose it here. It's gonna go down, it'll probably flush down to 173. And you know what? I'll take all off at 173. And so what I want to do is, and actually I'm doing my math wrong. Right now I'm at a 3-to-1. So my math was kind of wrong. So 173 will be about a 4-to-1. So I'll go to 173.09. And then I'm gonna put my 100% limit at 173. I'll do 11 actually. I just know how these work. They kind of bounce at weird places. And I don't want to hold. I'm happy. I don't want to be greedy. 173, so... Alright. Right there. It's 10 cents away. The bid is 15, 12, 13. I would have to be the unluckiest person in the world for that to be the bounce right here. This chart is bleeding. Okay, SPY is still. Let's see. My fill was 173.12, and then my limit was 173.11. This is when I hate that, because I want to get filled here. I'll change it to 173.14. Right above that, but that's hilarious. That is hilarious. That is so funny. I'm pretty good at that. Recently I've been doing a lot of that. I've been getting my fills not filled by 1 cent. It's so funny. Okay, so I'm going to change that because I do want to get fill, and if that's a bottom, I don't want to be... I'm already going for a 4-to-1, so let me go to 173.18. Be much. Let me change that to 173.18. So I just make sure I get filled. Kind of going slow right here. I want to replace. Alright, so I just replaced it to 173.18 now. And it sure does look weak on the 5. But I want to get filled. I want this day to be done right now. Got filled. And look, I would have got filled at 11.